Greetings, everyone. How is everyone doing today? Today is the last day that we're going to be talking about just the kind of pre-steps to getting ready for tomorrow's webinar. And it is about the TimeBlazr way of setting your goals. So if you are new to my community, hello, my name is Kathleen Horvath. I am so delighted that you have tuned in to watch today. And I'm a business feng shui master, astrologer, and the creator of the TimeBlazr business management system. And so we are talking about the TimeBlazr, which I think is a very incredible system if you really want to start looking at the subtle energies of your business. What a concept, right? Is really kind of stepping back and tapping into the true essence of what you're able to produce in this world and launching it on a good time. So that's really the wheelhouse of the TimeBlazr, is choosing a good date and a good time to benefit you, make informed decisions, and it's a personalized calendar based on your birth information. This system has been around for ages, and so we know that the repeatable patterns in Chinese metaphysics, one of the beauties of that is it is predictable. You will know some of the things that are going to be coming our way. And so this is where it can be very beneficial to you. All right, let's get started. The first thing that I want you to do is I want to gift you a free 30-day trial to the TimeBlazr. So go to free30timetrial.com and you're going to get a full professional version of the TimeBlazr. All right, so I'm going to dive pretty much right into it, but I want to actually go back and talk to you about what we have covered. And we have covered a lot in these last several days here. The first thing that we did back on the 1st is we did a TimeBlazr navigation. And I constantly am really kind of navigating through when I'm talking to you. But I just wanted to give you a quick overview of that. Then the next time we met, we were talking about the day view, the month view, and the year view on how it was beneficial for you to be able to do your strategic planning. Then we talked about the concept of the green versus the white days. Remember that the green days have a certain threshold that they need to hit before it turns green. So green means go. Green means you got a lot of energy within the day. And so this is where it can, again, help you choose good dates to do your milestone and important activities. Next, we started talking about the business icons. And the business icons, we have personalized so many things for you, but now we're going to put the driver's seat in your hands, and you get to steer what's actually happening in your business and pre-selecting those dates so they'll show up for you so you can make, again, another filter of decision making. And it just keeps ramping up, right? So what you are able to do from the get-go is already brilliant in the respect. We've already done a lot of personalization for you, but this is where you yourself can take it to the next level. Then from there, we talked about the 12 values. Now, the 12 values is very key that you choose the activity that you're going to be doing to match the type of day it is. So, and there's a lot of wiggle room in there, but you do have to be kind of cautious, especially when it comes to some of the things that we talked about, like destruction days and remove days. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do a launch on a day like that. You want something more like a success day or a stable day, an established day. Those are the ones you're going to be wanting to use. And then we talked about the activators. The activators were about things that are programmed into your astrology, which we already, and again, your birth chart is already embedded into the TimeBlazr, so it's always there for quick reference. And believe me, you will continue to reference it because it is just loaded with empowering information for you. and it's embedded into the TimeBlazr. Yay for you. Okay, and then we talked about the Manifest 4. Now, the Manifest 4 is brilliant. We're actually going to be doing a meditation tomorrow during the webinar, so you don't want to miss it. So if you haven't seen anything about the Manifest 4, definitely head on over to watch all of these videos that you've missed, because you're going to be that much more prepared. Look, everybody, we don't have a lot of time here. We are going through such dynamic shifts. Everyone is feeling them across the globe, and you need to be smart about your actions. And so this is where I believe the TimeBlazr can really ramp that up for you. Okay? All right. But today I'm excited to show you, things we've already actually talked about, but I'm going to go deeper into the search tools. The search tools are, oh my gosh, wait till you see what this can do for you. All right, let's just head on over to the TimeBlazr. And we're gonna be looking at everything in as far as the filters are concerned, the things that you can control. All right, we have already spoken about the activators. Just a real quick, if you want to get rid of all of them, you just click on this and it will globally take them off of your TimeBlazr. You can pre-select the ones you want. You can go back to the the business icons to see, how they're actually done, but you can select only a few, a couple, or keep them or put them all back, whatever you'd like to do. But this middle tab called search is where we're heading to right now. All right, so now we have 4 possible searches in addition to the business icon. So basically you got 5. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about is I'm going to talk about the values first, because the 5 structures, the activators, and the Manifest 4, you're going to find on your astrology chart. And I like to tell you where you can find things, and so you can also start learning for yourself and empowering yourself with your own energy. When you start knowing these things about yourself, you really will start making decisions from a different platform. All right, the 12 values are all of these values, and we already talked about some of the meanings of that, where I'll go deeper into those as we go into the webinar, those kinds of things. But just imagine being able to select any of these dates for the duration of your TimeBlazr. So what we're looking at here is, let's say that we are looking to do a launch. So personally, what I do at the beginning of every year, well, truthfully, several months before, because I'm planning way ahead, which I encourage you to do as well. And that's the purpose of this, for us to plan ahead with certainty. All right, so we're going to hit the success, and then you need to hit search. So now this is the time where you grab a cup of tea, you have a little sip, because, oh, look how fast that was today. And this is to note, depending on your internet connection, how many apps you have open and programs, on how fast this will do the search. But then again, it will pull up all of the positive days for you to do your launches. Okay. All right. And then all you need to do is click in any one. Let's choose this June the 13th, because I really like the looks of that. And then you can go in and again, when I talked about the day details and all of that, that was when I talked about the year, day, month, and year, month, day view. So go ahead and look at that video to see that. Remember, you can toggle front and back, and then always go back to the month, if you will. But I'm going to hit the back button because I want to go I want to go back to the selected. And, even though that I was on the success, I want you to take it back to all. The reason being, if you filter this down, and there's already so many formulas already embedded into the TimeBlazr, when you start putting the filters down and you put too many filters in, you're going to come up with probably not you're not going to get very many results. Let's put it that way. All right. Before I go into the 5 structures, the activators, and the manifest fours, I'm going to head over to your astrology chart. If you've got your TimeBlazr in front of you, go ahead and follow along with me, and then go into your business astrology. All right, so we talked about the natal chart is where we program the personalization TimeBlazr to you, but there's a couple of things that you might be interested to know on this chart and how you can filter them in the TimeBlazr. Number 1 is the 5 structures. The 5 structures are the yin and yang together, combined with your natal chart. So this is where we want to look to see, do we want to do a filter for that particular thing? Do you want to know, like, what are all my wealth days this year, or my power days, my resource days, the networks, or the creation? Let's just go over to the TimeBlazr and watch what happens here. All right, so again, we're at the 5 structures, and now let's say, I mean, everybody wants their wealth days, but let's not discount other things as well. Let's look at things like creation. So let's face it, everybody in today's world really does need to start thinking very seriously about creating content, your IP, things like that, for courses, education. And so this is where I think it will help you at least get these started on a very good day. Now, one way you could look at this is look at initiate days, but this is now looking at your 5 structures. So what is your 5 structure? It will be one of the 5 elements. And then you can go through again and select whatever date you want and just click right into the date, find the details, find a good time. Again, on this, don't wait too long to start your content creation. What you can use on this is, let's just say, okay, March 24th, I'm going to commit, or this person's going to commit to getting started. And look, this is so much information here that this person can be really using. Quick action is the number 1 thing I'm going to look at here, that teal color here that's saying things are going to go really quickly. So I would use this 4-hour time slot, do your mind mapping, turn off notifications, and really just go for it. Now, it's March 24th. Your day might already be full. So what do? You find at least 10 or 15 minutes. Come on, everybody can take 10 or 15 minutes within a 2-hour time slot or a 4-hour time slot. And actually you should, for your mental health. So you can get started on something. Do not say that this is too difficult to do and you can't find 10 minutes for yourself. That's self-defeating talk, and you'll never win at this game, because I tell you what, one of the things that is going to help you with the TimeBlazr is your mindset, and that's where the universal gateway that we talked about will come into play. I'll show you that in just a sec. All right, let's head back over to our astrology chart. And the next thing we're going to talk about are the activators. Now, there's a couple of different ways to use this, but for right now, all I'm going to show you is how to filter. If you're interested in more of this type of thing, that will be the webinar and beyond. Mentors, wisdom, attraction, travel, wellness. Again, to hear what I talked about that, go back and listen to the activators. This is now just looking at the TimeBlazr there. So go back to the search again, and let's put in. Let's see. What would we like to do? I think, let's say we are looking for a mentor. Now, I already can tell you that it's kind of double your fun here, because 2 of the animals will help surface and be of use to you. So again, you do the same thing, And in this particular case, it was a monkey and a rat for this person. Again, go ahead and do those filters. And this is going to, you need some help. You need people to coach you and mentor you. And this could be days that you reach out for that sort of resource if you're looking for that. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn that back to all. Let's head back over to the astrology, and then let's look at your universal gateway. Take note of what your command direction is, because that will always, you can use this every single day, but your manifest fours, I want to actually take you back to I just want to make sure you see where these are showing up too, by the way. So the activators, these are those little icons in the circle. Again, the little key is down here. Reference your astrology chart as well. And then now we're talking about the manifest four. And these are the four we talked about yesterday. So go back and listen to the video from yesterday for a little bit more in depth. But I just want you to look for this blue bar. And I believe we ended up going into January to really see how many can show up in any particular month. Sometimes you're only going to have one, as I said yesterday. But let's go see if we can find some that we would like to do. Now, for those of you who are doing launches, guess what? Just go to launch. Now, on this Manifest 4, do take note that you will see both white days, before I even picked it up, white days and green days show up, because this is not a day for any sort of the feng shui that if you would be doing it at that level, but it really is telling you about the energy of the day matches you for a meditation. So this could be where I would not probably do a launch on this day. Let's just click into it to see what's there. Yes, we've got, a nice time slot that is personalized. That star's telling you it's personalized between 9 and 11. That's great. But the energy of the day is a little bit wobbly. So I would say, err on the side of caution and find maybe another way to get to your means. What was that? Well, quite simply, it was looking at a wealth day. It could be looking at a success day, a stable day, an initiate day, an established day, a balanced day. Those kinds of things could help you. And then it could also be where you're using something like attraction, because attraction could bring in and help your sales. So I just want to show you another one just to see what else happens, because we as a demo site, this isn't a full year either. So all right, again, we've got a lot of white days. Let's see if I can find on this particular person's on the demo site if we have any green days that are available also on this one. So, no results. Again, this is a very short, we'll get that taken care of by tomorrow. We'll lengthen that out a little bit so we can see them a little bit better, because it really is very impactful. And no results there either. So we only have just a few to be looking at here. But again, we only have this TimeBlazr programmed out a few months so that the searches come up a lot quicker. Because here's the thing. We are actually, with this personalization, we actually have so much embedded into it. It does take a little time. Remember I said, with some of your searches, you definitely want to have maybe like a little cup of tea or something like that to help you along the way. Okay. All right. As we are finishing up for today, this is what I want you to do to get ready for tomorrow. So first of all, if you haven't done so already, get your 30-day time trial, and please let me know, have you gotten it? Have you started to play around with it? Have you already started to look to see some of the potential that you have that may be some hidden jewels that you didn't even know about? And then I would also suggest going back to watch those animal YouTube videos, at least the 4 animals in your natal chart. You might have some doubles, so less homework for you. You might only have to watch 3 or so, but they're not very long. Very informative, very empowering. Highly recommend you going back and watch those videos. And then the last thing we need you to do is sign up for the webinar. And what you need to do for that is just go to bit.ly/TimeBlazr goals. Go ahead and fill out that little form and you'll be in the queue to be ready for tomorrow. So, hey guys, I really do appreciate everyone that has stopped by to have a look, who have commented and shared. I really appreciate that. It helps me out so much. So if you can make that little effort for me right now, just smash that like button, go ahead and share, and leave me a comment. Let me know how you got value from this webinar series or this little series. And then please be with us tomorrow on March 15th at 10 to 12 Pacific, or that's 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern. You check your time zone if you are not within those 2 windows. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks so much. It was a pleasure. Take care. Bye-bye.